top of the morning to ya, or evening, I don't really know. And welcome to the second annual St. Patrick's Day Donnybrook. And what better way to light up the festivities than to celebrate the color green? And of course, I got beer. I got plenty of beer, which, as you can see right now, it is. Maybe I should have been pointing it like that. Fuck. As you can see right now, it is your standard amber color, but with a little bit. Oh, damn it! It came out on camera. But with a little bit of leprechaun magic. I said with a little bit of leprechaun magic. It's taking far longer than I expected. Well, I'm not gonna drink to die. With a little bit of leprechaun magic, the beer shall turn green. And not only do I have beer that's gonna turn green, I also have beer that is green. So let's give that a shot. Meanwhile, well, this beer turns green in the background. Very refreshing. Now, we're gonna open up some card packs in celebration of it being a Donnybrook, which of course, if you guys don't know, a Donnybrook means a big scuffle, a big fight. It's a fighting spirit, what have you. And in celebration of that, we're not gonna observe Boxing Day. No. We're gonna observe an unboxing day. As I'm gonna open up some packages. So. Whoa. But most importantly, before I get to it, over the a few weeks ago, I actually got a letter. I got a letter, and there is no return address on this letter. So I really don't know who sent it, and I guess that's the reason why I'm putting it on this video, to see who was the person that actually sent me this. It's pretty awesome. So inside the letter, inside the envelope, I should say, were these two pins, and it's a skull hugging a cat, and it's I drink and I know things, which I think is Game of Thrones Tyrion, which could also apply to me. I do drink and I know things. But yeah, I really don't know who sent it. It must have been someone that knew my address, so it should be someone that's in my close circle, but they're keeping it a surprise. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really love them. Thank you for, hey, my fingers are dyed green now. But thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate it. And I get in contact with me, DM me, because I think we might be able to verify some way by the stamp on the letter. So I really want to know what stamp they applied, and maybe that's the way they're able to recognize me. But yeah, thank you so much. And and if you ever want to send me gifts as well, just DM me, Shit, I should have just fucking opened up an OnlyFans already, right? An OnlyFans in which you pay me with action figures. Not bad. But yeah, thank you so much for the pins. I love them. I'm gonna put them on my jacket, and yeah, that's it. Other than that, let's get on with the festivities. And the beer's getting there. All right. So first box is from GameStop. So let's see what I got. Oh, as you can see, this is the Republic of Northern Knives, because it's orange. Whoa! God, I had to order this. Bam! Marvel Legends? Marvel Legends Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. It looks pretty cool. I really love the packaging on them. I think I'm gonna just leave them in there. But this is as comic accurate as it could come when it concerns the scale, because I know there is another one in the Marvel Select scale, and I actually own that one. But I think, despite Thanos being a Mad Titan, it's in his name. I think that Select is a bit too big for standard Legends, and this is a lot better in size wise. And I just really dig the packaging. I love the fact that it's acknowledging that it's actually the actual comic version of Thanos, because as you can see, the Soul Stone is actually front and center right there. It's not the Mind Stone as depicted in the Avengers, and of course the Soul Stone is a different color. It's green in the comics. But yeah, other than that, I don't know about this alternate head sculpt, to be honest with you. I do know that there's a snapping finger right there, and I know Lady Death is in the back, so I don't know if they're gonna make a figure of her. I know she came with the Select, but it's practically a statue at that point. But yeah, so that's package number 1. Let's move forward, and hey, look, my beer's turning greener. All right. So package number 2 is from Amazon. So we're gonna open it up. Oh, would you look at that? Bam. The Hollywood Hulk Hogan WWE Ultimate Edition. And man, when I tell you that this is a figure 5 years in the making, I'm not lying to you, because I think this Hollywood Hogan was supposed to come out a while back. I think it was like Comic-Con 2015 when they actually had announced a Hollywood Hogan version. But then there was like this whole big controversy with comments Hogan made, which are irreparable. You know, he shouldn't have said that no matter what. And I'm hoping that he goes and repents for what he said, and he, you know, and yeah. Does it take anything away from his accolades in the ring? No. I like to view it as two different things. You know, it's like Terry Bollea. Those were the comments that were said by him, and he just so happens to play a guy named Hulk Hogan, who was a wrestler. You know, same thing could apply to like Steve Williams and Steve Austin, because you know 316 Day just passed, and of course it's weird. It's weird. It's like I'm not one of those people that feels uncomfortable watching a Chris Benoit match, because it's like you disassociate yourself from the fact that that man wound up doing the terrible things that he did, and you just witness a performer in the ring, you know, and that doesn't detract me. I know there's a lot of people that just outright refuse Chris Benoit songs, and more power to them. If you want to do that, that's fine. But you know, I want to watch me Chris Benoit, you know, Wild Pegasus, Pegasus Kid, what have you, whatever monikers he would go by, you know, the Crippler. So yeah, so it's a weird business, pro wrestling, because it's like your character is your character, but it's so tied to who you are, especially if you go big, and especially if you become like mainstream. It's like it's practically who you are at that point. And yeah, you know, serious talk over. Let's open up the next package. So another Amazon package. Oh, nice. And this goes out to my boy Psycho Blue. Got that Lightning Collection King Sphinx. Sorry. Got that Lightning Collection King Sphinx. With the unpainted mouth. Sure. I mean, the paint that go everywhere else is excellent. I just can't believe they didn't paint like the face details. It's like, man, it could at least come with like a fucking Sharpie for me to like fucking paint it out myself or something, you know. But yeah, other than that, the figure is great. It looks awesome. I think what they're going for is like, if you got your proper lighting, it's like, hey, you don't even need to shadow it out, you know. It looks shadowed out already. But yeah, figure looks great. I'm planning on saving him. That way we could review him in Pumpkin Wrapper with my good friend Psycho Blue. So that review should be coming up way soon. So yeah, and there we go. Oh, yeah. So what I'm wearing, so besides the Dodger hat, the green Dodger hat, what I'm wearing is New York Mets throwback, and it's a 1985 Dwight Gooden. Doc Gooden, such a great picture. I don't think the name was actually stitched on the real jerseys, though. I think at the time the Mets didn't have last names on the back of their jerseys. Or am I wrong? I think it depended on whether they were home team and away team, maybe. I know I have an 86 Strawberry and his name is in the back, but I don't know if 85 they had their names on the backs. But regardless, the Mets wore this jersey on St. Patrick's Day, hence why it's green. I like the combination of green and orange. Really good use of the color wheel right there, I suppose. And of course, more notable is, and this is what actually made me want to get the jersey, is this is the jersey that the rapper Nelly wears in the Dilemma music video with Kelly Rowland. So, you know, Nelly, the guy that's known for TikTok now rather than his excellent songs. You know, Nelly, the guy that, you know, at the time, him and Eminem were like the two biggest rap acts of the early 2000s. And now he's just known for being the guy that's eating Flamin' Hot Lays, the terrible Flamin' Hot Lays flavor that they added cheddar for some odd reason. Should have just left the chili on the Lays and that's it. You know, and now he's just known for a TikTok. And what is going on? Why is he being sampled? He's not that old. That song is only 20 years old, damn it. Yeah. Anyways. I think the beer's green. Yeah, the beer's green enough, so. Oh, shit. Okay. I need to collect myself, so. All right, so yeah, so that's the reason I got this jersey. I really like the jersey, and I can't deny it, man. My teeth are gonna be green. Hopefully, this wears off before I gotta work tomorrow, along with the hangover. But yeah, yeah, that's the reason why I got this jersey, and it's weird. It's you see the influences. You know, it's like I do owe a lot of my sense of fashion, especially my early high school hip hop leaning sense of fashion to Nelly and the way he will rock jerseys and baggy jeans and all that good stuff and matching hats and all that crap. You know, so and Air Force Ones, man. You know, Kiwan, how you getting them colors? Are you dyeing them? 10 is my size. He never answers that question. It's like he just simply says 10 is my size, and there ain't no point in time. Ain't no point in trying these on. They know I'm buying them. Yeah. All right. So I saved the biggest package for last because I know what's in it, and no one else knows what's in it. So I want you guys to find out. So here is this package. Place bets now as to what you think is gonna be inside this box. Ready? Here we go. All right. Oh, it's paper. Yeah. So I got back into music. I have my MPC. I recently integrated it into my FL Studio, and I decided to get the FL Studio Fire controller. And you pretty much, it's the step sequencer, and you could actually push the buttons to like set up step sequencing. And I looked up reviews on it, and it pretty much does everything. Almost everything. It literally does a piano roll on it. It's like when you push the like these light up and you can actually press the chords and like be able to select the chords. So it actually does piano roll. It does step sequencing. It does mixing. It does everything. You control everything on your FL Studio monitor from this controller. I just saw it and I just wanted to get it. It's the FL Studio Fire. It's the first hardware controller for FL Studio. But of course, my version of FL Studio was kind of old, you know. despite them promising free upgrades for life, let's just say I scoured the 7 seas to get it. Well, starting now, I am legit with FL Studio. So I got FL Studio signature. It's legit everything. It has all these programs, all these things, and lifetime updates. So I finally have FL Studio. I'm finally gonna register for an account. I'm finally gonna get it. And I'm finally gonna be able to control it. And I am happy because FL Studio has played a big part in my music making all these years. I've had it since I was in high school, a long time ago. And I made most of my music on FL Studio. The MPC is nice, and MPC, like I said, it's a good way to make skeleton beats. But full mastering, it's always going to be done through FL Studio. I've just been a big fan. I've been a big fan of it since it was known as Rudy Loops. Like, that's how big I was on that. And yeah, I am pumped. To just keep getting better and better in my music making. I can't wait to just start making even more better songs, more better beats, all that good stuff. And yeah. All right. 16 minutes in, so I got plenty of time. You know, I was saving the secret pack for last, but just for funsies, let's go to this score box. Let's get 3 packs, not enough. 3 packs from this corner right here. And we're just going to go through them. You know, in celebration of the 85 Mets, let's go through this 89 Major League Baseball by score packs. Because it's a Donnybrook. So let's go. Okay, so this one comes another beer. Wait, maybe I should. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should pour the drops of green dye first, and then pour the beer, and that would probably help it spread faster. Maybe this dye is still edible. Otherwise, I died. I'll be here until Thursday. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, my plan's working. Look. Bam. I'm dead. Okay. So let's open up some of these score packs. So pack number 1. All right. Mark Davidson of the Twins. Denny Santiago of the Padres. Dick Schofield of the Angels. His name is Dick. Tony Armas of the Angels. Vo Diaz of the Reds. Todd Branansky of the St. Louis Cardinals. He looks like Farba. Farba? Super Troopers. A year to remember, 1950. Phils finally finished first. Phillies win first NL pennant in 35 years by 2 games over Dodgers. Johnny Mize smashes 3 home runs in 1 game, record 6 times. Bernie Black, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Yeah. It's a long series. Juan Samuel. Speaking of which, Philadelphia. Juan Berenger, Minnesota Twins. Randy Reddy, yeah, that's what a name. Randy Reddy, San Diego Padres. San Diego, second largest city. Gene Nelson, Oakland Athletics. Tracy Jones, Montreal Expos. David Leeper, is he related to Batrock? San Diego Padres. Jay Buhner, Seattle Mariners. Okay, so Jay Buhner. Hey, that's before he grew the Russian-looking goatee, the Dostoevsky. No. Yeah, I forgot what. I forgot what they announced it on MLB. They said that he looked like a Russian communist, pretty much, with his goatee. But yeah, pretty much Dave Buhner is known for being traded by the Yankees to the Seattle Mariners and just excelling, whereas whoever the Yankees traded for pretty much wound up, they just wound up regretting the trade. Was it Al Leiter that they regretted? No, I don't think it was Al Leiter that they traded. Or maybe it might have been, actually, now that I think about it. Was it Al Leiter? But yeah. Anyways, Al Leiter, New York Yankees. Paul Molitor, Milwaukee Brewers. Great player. Paul Molitor, I think he wound up being on the Blue Jays a few seasons later, and he actually wound up finally winning a World Series with the Blue Jays. So there you go. And first night game, 1988 Wrigley Field. Whoa. So let's read this card, actually. The first night game ever to be played at Wrigley Field was scheduled for Monday, August 8th, 1988. The 540 metal halide floodlights on 6 light towers started to glow for the first time at exactly 6:09 p.m. Central DT, Central Destination Time. I don't know. It was almost 53 years since the first night game in history at Cincinnati's Crosley Field in 1935. Phil Bradley of the Phils led off with a home run and the game was on, but a thunderstorm stopped it in the 4th inning. That made the game between the Cubs and the Mets on Tuesday, August 9th, the first official night game at Wrigley Field. Mike Bielecki made his first pitch, Mark Grace had his first hit, and Lenny Dykstra hit the first home run. Best of all, for the sellout crowd of 36,399, the Cubs beat the Mets 6-4. So there you go. Crazy to think that the Cubs had to wait like 50 years for their first night game, and they had to wait like 100 years for their only World Series title this century. So fuck the Cubs. Favorite card. Let's go with Buhner. I like Jay Buhner. Great Seattle player. So yeah. All right. Pack number 2 out of 3. Let's open it. Here we go. Darnell Coles, Pittsburgh Pirates. Gerald Young, Houston Astros, when they were a legitimate National League team and not a fraudulent American League team. John Shelby, center field, Los Angeles Dodgers. Butch Weingard, California Angels. Ray Knight, Detroit Tigers. Andy McGaffigan, that must be an Irish name, right? Montreal Expos. A Year to Remember, 1943. And Spud Ages Gracefully. That's the name of the title on the card. Spud Chandler at 36 becomes oldest to win AL MVP award. Whoa. Has that been broken? I'm pretty sure that record might have been broken. Maybe like Ripken might have won an MVP. Right. Jim Gott, Pirates. Atlee Hammaker. Not Haymaker, but Hammaker. Atlee Haymaker, San Francisco Giants. Jeff Russell, Texas Rangers. You know he's seen some shit. Bill Wegman, Milwaukee Brewers. Gino Petrali, Texas Rangers. John Costello, who's on first? St. Louis Cardinals. Jim DeShays, Houston Astros. Dave Stapleton, Milwaukee Brewers. Franklin Stubbs, Zio Zombie, Los Angeles Dodgers. John Cangelosi, Pittsburgh Pirates. I want to say favorite card from this pack would probably be let's see. Oh shit, I didn't realize this was Rain Knight from the Mets. From these Mets, actually. But definitely, let's go with Stubbsy, Franklin Stubbs, favorite card from pack number 2. And the final card from pack number 3 is going to be whoa, I'll spill my beer. My tongue is green, right? Brian Fisher, Pittsburgh Pirates. Tony Pena, St. Louis Cardinals. Chet Lemon. Didn't he play for like Elvis? Detroit Tigers. Kirk McCaskill, California Angels. A year to remember, 1936. Chuck Cloud's four homers. So Chuck Klein, the Phillies, hits 4 home runs in 1 game. That's it. Tony Lazzari becomes first to smash 2 grand slams in 1 game. I think that's much more noticeable than just 4 home runs in 1 game. So. Jack Morris, there we go. So I think this is a repeat from the last time. And yes, I finally looked into it, and yeah, Jack Morris wound up being traded to the Minnesota Twins, and he wound up winning a World Series with the Twins against the Atlanta Braves in 1991. Or was that in the 1990 packs, actually? Whoa, I think I got it. The 88, 89 version of him, and I got the 90, 91 version of him. That's cool. Shawan Dustin. Lou Whitaker. Ivan Calderon. White Sox. Mark Grant. San Diego Padres. San Diego, the second largest city. Bill Long. White Sox. Donnie Moore. California Angels. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, Donnie Moore was the one that gave up the runs against the Boston Red Sox in the 1986 ALCS, and I tragically, I don't think he ever forgave himself for that. And if I remember correctly, either wound up taking his own life or wound up resorting to huge substance abuse that took away his life tragically. And yeah, it's tough. You know, it's tough that you thinking that you threw the game away could affect you so much. And you know, that's just what makes what a certain team was doing a couple of years ago that much more heinous. You know, it's like pitchers there were getting their signals stolen. It was cheating. A lot of careers were ruined. Yu Darvish almost ruined himself, you know, and it's amazing to think that like they didn't so much as get a slap on the wrist for that. It's heinous. And yeah, I don't know how to move on from this topic, but I'm gonna try my best. And notable good Astros is Mike Scott. He was an amazing pitcher. Astros against the Mets, and Mike Scott was just lights out against the Mets. Mets feared him in that 86 NLCS, and Mets knew that they had to win that Game 6, because if it would have gone to Game 7, they would have had to gone against Mike Scott, and it was a guaranteed win for the Astros. So that's all I could say about Mike Scott. Speaking of other great pitchers, Tom Glavine, Atlanta Braves, Wade Boggs, 1988 highlight card from Boston Red Sox. Wade whacks him. He sure does. Wade, who has been called the hitting metronome, did something with his bat in 1988 that no other pitcher in the 20th century has ever done. He banged out 200 hits for the 6th consecutive season, an unprecedented feat, and only tied by Wee Willie Keeler's 8 in a row way back in the 1890s. Oddly, Wade led the AL and hits only once in his streak in 85 with 240. Wade also amassed some other significant statistics in 88. He won his 4th straight AL batting title in 5th and 6th years. He moved into 4th place on the all-time batting list with a career .356 batting average. He became only the 2nd player ever to get 200 hits and 100 walks in 3 consecutive years, and he reached base 342 times. It's his 6th best in total in history. Doug Jones, Cleveland Indians, or as they shall be known next season, the Cleveland Tribe. And Doug set saves. So I'm pretty sure Eric Gagne broke that streak, so why even read it, right? 1988 highlight, Tom Browning and Tom Perfect pitches. So it was the 9th inning. The Reds led the Dodgers. Oh, I don't need to read this. And let's go for favorite card. Donnie Moore. You know, Donnie deserves that respect. So it's not his fault. It's all baseball. You know, it's all baseball. And I want to say my favorite card from these 3 packs. I'm gonna go with Jay Buhner. So he played a good backup to Griffey during Seattle's 90s. I guess. Post-league renaissance. Well, could it really be called a renaissance if they never had made it to the postseason before? So I guess postseason triumphs. And yeah, we're almost done with the Donnybrook. I'm just gonna go finish all these beers. I'll finish all these beers and maybe I'll just die. But before I go, I got a pack of wrestling cards from 1987. And as you know, Donnybrook means scuffle, big fight, you know, what have you. What better way than to celebrate a Donnybrook than with WWF Wrestling WrestleMania 3 pack by Topps. 1 stick of bubblegum inside. You know this is gonna hurt because I'm gonna eat it. Alright then. Careful, it's a wax pack, so careful. And I'm peeling it open. And here we go. Here comes card number 1. Hercules and Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Hercules Hernandez, as he should be known, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. I think for WrestleMania 3, who did he end up facing? I think he did have a match. Let's see if it actually says on the card. Either way, on the description of the card, it says Hercules believes he is a reincarnation of a Greek hero and strongman from ages past. Whether or not he is right, the real Hercules couldn't have been any stronger or nastier than he is. Heenan is Hercules' manager and one of the sneakiest and smartest men in wrestling. But I think Hercules did have a match, but who did he face? Did he face Jake Roberts? Oh, and the excellence of execution, Bret the Hitman Hart. and Bret Hitman Hart is a member of the Hart Foundation with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. They hold the WWF Tag Team Champions. Rugged and tough, Hart is a great scientific wrestler who doesn't mind breaking rules to win. Ringside action. Out to eat the turnbuckle. George the Animal Steel prepares to chew up turnbuckle. Yep. Can you believe that George Steele was an actual gym teacher? And he was a gym teacher, I want to say, like in Minnesota. And at the time, the WWF was, I mean, it was expanding, but during most of his run, it was a regional Northeastern promotion. So during the summers, he would actually tour the WWF as an attraction because his whole gimmick was the fact that he was kind of like this wild man, you know, kind of like a Tarzan-esque sort of character. And pretty much uncivilized and, you know, chew up turnbuckles and this and that and what have you. And whenever, I mean, since it was in the Northeast and he was in the mostly Midwest, Great White North, close to the Great White North already, only way his students would probably know is if they read like the magazines, you know, and they were probably doing like pictorials on George the Animal Steel. And there were a lot of his students that would come up to him and be like, "Hey, you look like George the Animal Steel." And then, you know, since George Steele is like, well, George Steele can't speak. He's uneducated, this and that. And I am 10 times way better looking than George Steele. So I always found that funny that he would pretend to take great offense to people pointing out that he himself was on a wrestling magazine. But yeah. The superstars speak. Axe and Smash, the thing we like most in life is to take other people apart. We're a two-man wrecking crew. We are the original destroyers. Nothing stands in the way. That's Demolition for you. Axe and Smash, Demolition, and they are calling themselves the original destroyers. And, I mean, the Road Warriors might have something to say about that. Wrestling stars, Mr. Fuji and Killer Khan. 265 pounds from Fuji, Osaka, Japan, Khan, Mongolia. With the cunning Fuji as manager, Killer Khan has ravaged his opponents just like his Mongol ancestors destroyed enemy armies. Killer Khan is a barbarian who knows no pity. Fuji is a manager who knows plenty about dirty tricks and illegal tactics. Together, they are fearsome. So, funny story about Killer Khan. He is not actually Mongolian. I think he is actually Japanese. So, and he had a really brief run in the WWF, and actually, and this is hearsay, he was supposed to get like one of those LJN figures out, those famous LJN figures from the 80s. He was supposed to get a figure of himself out, and it was never made because his run was so brief. And from what I heard is that the reason his run was so brief is because he was on loan from, I believe, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and New Japan Pro Wrestling were the ones that were actually getting his checks. So they would get his checks, and then they would just kind of like, okay, the WWF gave you this much of a cut, but we're going to get this majority of a cut. And they pretty much kind of like starved him out so much that he actually had to go back to Japan and wrestle there instead of like touring the States. I don't know if he was ever being planned for like a big run, but yeah. What the heck? So... okay, so it's George the Animal Steel sticker right there. It's pretty cool. Jim the Anvil Neidhart saying nice guys finish last, and maybe that is true. And Superstar Speak, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. The way I look at it, only chumps go by the rules. Only one thing means anything to me, and that's winning, baby. Ha ha ha. He grabs his goatee. It's easier to win by breaking the rules, and it's way more fun that way. Alright. King Harley Race Parades. And King Harley Parades. King Harley Race has his nose in the air as he parades around the ring after winning a match. Fans say that wearing a crown has really gone to his head. Yeah. But I mean, this is Harley Race past his prime. So, it's kind of weird how Vince kind of got all the big names in wrestling. It's scary. And for the longest, people would say, well, he's never gotten Sting. Yeah, you know, he's gotten Sting. He's even gotten Sting. And I'm just wondering where this where this new generation of wrestlers, there's a lot that are signed to like AEW. I wonder if he's gonna get to them eventually, especially like the actual AEW talent, that started the company. But I guess time will tell. We'll have to wait and see for that. WrestleMania 3, fighting the full Nelson. Okay, so it's Billy Jack Haynes that Hercules actually faced at WrestleMania 3. Billy Jack Haynes fights against the crushing power of Hercules Full Nelson at WrestleMania 3. The match was billed as the Battle of the Full Nelson. So there you go. And the final card, and let's just say it's my favorite card, American-made Hulk Hogan, ringside action. And there's a lot of pieces of gun stuck to it. But Hulk Hogan is an American-made hero, born and bred in the U.S. Wherever he goes, his fans are sure to follow, cheering him for another victory. And there you go. Oh, man. 1987. So that makes it, what, like 34-year-old gun? It's like I'm eating cardboard. It's not that bad. Definitely has a musty smell to it though. Kidding. It's not even April Fool's yet. Almost fooled me. But yeah. Favorite card is the Hulk Hogan card. And that does it. Another year in the books. This has been the second edition, second annual St. Patrick's Day Donnybrook. And I want to thank you guys for watching this video because holy smokes, it's a pretty long video. And my finger is already dyed green. So yeah, thank you guys. That's it. I'll be sure to post videos with all the stuff. Review the King Sphinx later on. Not sure if I'm gonna get the Hogan and the Thanos out of the boxes, but hey, they look pretty cool. Definitely are gonna look into the Kai Fire and FL Studio 20 Signature Edition. And that's it. Until then, take care, guys. Peace and love as always. That's it. I am out, and cheers. Until the next one. Wear green. Yeah, I need to come up with like that.